making for you a sketch, but in depth, to explain the conception of the set. But it's not a set, you see. It made in a technique of a drawing, only that instead to have a flat, a two-dimensional drawing, we put it in the space, because I wanted to show the sketch to see how the conception is made in volume, and how we cheated perspective-wise, depth-wise, how we brought together to have this kind of image. Les Portes de la Nuit. It was a picture written by Prévert again, shot by Carnet. It was with Yves Montand, Dalinatier, Carrette, which was shot after the liberation of the period, what we call the period of speculation, you know, the fluctuation of money and the misery of the war. And the idea was to have the sun in front, the red sun in front of the camera, to show it's early morning, and people even early morning when daybreak is, they are making the queue to buy some meat and to buy the bread. We started the construction, it was in summertime, but here you see that the snow came in because it was an early May snow, and that's the construction, and that's the final clip from the film. I had a project in the 50th to do Juliette ou la clé des songes, a picture for Carnet with Gérard Philippe and Suzanne Cloutier. And the problem was to have a fairyland. It means a fairyland to have a forest, which one is enormous trees. You see, it would be like the trees what you find in California, you know. But we couldn't go to California, and the problem was to have the proportion. It means that it's enormous, and the scale of the people are tiny little. So the problem came again, you know, how put it on the stage, and I show you some photos of the construction. We started to do you see the stage space with his backing, and we started to do skeletons of the trees. And all the trees was on rollers. Now, when you see the scale, a human being is like that, you see? You see the scaffolding, a scale. It means a man is like that. You see here, you see the man. It means the volume of these trees are oversized, about 1:8 or 1:9 as volume. And I show you the finished set shown from above. Each picture was a completely different subject, you know. You go from the fantasy and from a kind of I cannot say detective, but adventure story. You go to a kind of drama, a written drama after an author, a little bit romantical drama. After you go in a completely different things. After Les Enfants du Paradis, again fantasy, a middle-age legend. After we jump over, you know, in a kind of picture which one has much more reality. It's nearer to the reality or the actuality. So the variation was very, very grand. We never wanted to have something to do what we have done already. Flee in her ear. It was a fox picture, but the sets were, I had the greatest furniture ever made from this period. No museum had this stuff. The non-story was directed by Fred Zinnemann. The church was built on the stage of Cinecittà. You see, we do a religious picture. It's better to do it in Rome. It's a statue of Michelangelo, a Madonna. It was artificial made, because the real one is in a church in Belgium and we couldn't get it. All the insides are sets, made on stage. It was very well done on marble floor.
What do you ask, my daughters?
We ask for the mercy of God and for the favor to be received into this congregation. We offer our Lord, our liberty, our memory, and our will, and we ask only for His love and His holy grace.
That's in a bamboo growth. That is in the Congo, enormous bamboo growth, and I put the set in this growth. But we duplicated the inside on the stage. It was only an opening, a door, a window, and so.
Lunga gave him to me. His brother had given me that fetish from around his neck. This reminds me of a treehouse that I had when I... Anything you want, you ask for it, because Dr. Fortunati says you're to be pampered. Isn't it wonderful?
Thanks to Felix.
Love in the Afternoon was the first complete Hollywood-American picture shot in Paris and finished in Paris completely. I think that an art director must give a kind of feeling to the people who are around, to communicate. So I'm using the colors because in the colors you see it's much fresher, it looks nearer to a room of a young girl, you see. So everything is seen in color, only it's photographed in black and white.
And I met him the first time when I was doing another picture. I was doing some exteriors on the Lindbergh picture. We were shooting the arrival of Lindbergh, and he came with a friend of mine. And of course, I had known Trauner, I had known his work. I had seen Les Enfants du Paradis. I had seen Quai de Brume and other pictures, and I knew that he was the outstanding art director, maybe the last great one left. Since Merson had died, and I think that he had worked with Merson before. Of course, Merson had invented the whole thing. And every time I make a picture, of course, it's Trauner.
Billy was fascinated by the idea, the original idea of Irma, what's happened when a man becomes jealous against himself. That's the subject of Irma, so meantime, he wanted to do something around the Les Halles, the market of Paris, and he was hesitating where to shoot it. Naturally, I would prefer it to shoot it in Paris because, not only because, I think we couldn't do much things in the in Leal, but the whole atmosphere would be much more interesting if we could shoot in Paris. But we had difficulties with the actors, we had difficulties money-wise, we had difficulties technique-wise. So decided to go to Hollywood and to recreate all the life of the market, the German market, it means Leal. The big problem of the market is that you cannot keep the food on a stage with the lamps, and they cost the quantity. It means when you see the amount of quantity, naturally it's a fortune. And it was necessary to find a way how to do it. What can we do? And I was talking with my special effect man, and this time came out what we call the vacuum plastic molding. It means that you have a plastic sheet which is warmed up, and you can mold it if you take out the air from it. And the idea came, and the first vacuum molding engine was built for Irma from the special effect man who is milled rice. And it worked out very, very well. And we molded everything. Half beefs, entire beefs, pigs, fish, oysters, vegetables, even cabbages we molded. And we could keep it on the stage, and that was never done before. So this possibility we used in Irma, and when I've gone to Hollywood, I took with me only my set dresser, because it was very important, that everything what we have around, all the little props, it means matchboxes or special things, publicity things, how the bistros or the pubs are furnished, everything what was on the wall, and so all this material must be around. It was necessary that it looks like in Paris. So we was looking around what we can find for the picture in Hollywood. But we couldn't find anything really good, you see, because it means in Hollywood, France is a very small country for them, and so I don't dare speaking about, when they speak, they never speak about a street, they speak always about a European street. After a Paris street is always two shops copied from Montmartre, one from I don't know where, from Carcassonne, and so they don't know what, they haven't had this kind of education. For us, we who are living in Paris, you see each corner of the street has a special character. So to recreate the character which is around the market, Leal, it means the whole nightlife, which one is between food and love, like Billy said it, see. And the two things complete each other, it's going only a little bit shorter as in ordinary other conditions. So these two things had a kind of, if I can say it, smell and an atmosphere. So we started to work on it. It was necessary to show with the surroundings in a way that it becomes a kind of cliché after. See? So how you can create from one precise things a cliché? And when it becomes a cliché, it means everybody admits it, and they believe in it.
He is the absolute master of perspective. Nothing is built which will not be on the screen. He knows exactly the height of a set, which the camera can encompass. Art directors coming from the theater, of course, they just don't know. They just think that the camera is the eye, but the camera is much more limited than the eye. You don't see what the eye sees. And they overbuild. They build heights which the camera cannot catch, too wide, but this is a man of the cinema, an absolutely thorough professional.
The film of The Apartment was made by Billy Wilder. The subject is one man in the crowd. It means bigger this place is, smaller must be the man inside. So it was the problem was how to build a set who has no end. They won the Academy Award for The Apartment.
Congratulations.
That's a typical set, even with a trick outside because it's snowing and they had little cutout cars were pulled on a wire and so, but that was the set.
Closing time. But it's early, Charlie. Don't you know what night this is? I know, Charlie, I know. I work for the outfit.
The whole interior was shot on stage.
Hey, knock it off, will you? Go home. O-U-T, out.
Where we go, my place or yours?
Might as well go to mine. Everybody else does.
We started to shoot it. 69th Street West. And we had so much trouble. It was so cold that we decided after trying during 4 nights to put everything on stage in Hollywood because the street was duplicated in Hollywood.
Can I ask you a personal question?
No,
You got a girlfriend?
she may be a girl. She is no friend of mine.
Still stuck on her, huh?
Stuck on her. Obviously, you do not know me very well.
I don't know you at all.
Permit me. C.C. Baxter, junior executive, Arthur Murray graduate, lover.
I'm Mrs. McDougal. Margie to you.
Oh, this way, Mrs. McDougal.
Say, this is Snugsville.
Mrs. McDougal, I think it's only fair to warn you, you are now alone with a notorious sex pot.
No kidding.
Ask anybody around here. As a matter of fact, when it's time for me to go, and I may go just like that, I have promised my body to the Columbia Medical Center.
Gee, sort of gives you goosebumps just to think about it.
Well, they haven't got me yet, baby. Dig up some ice from the kitchen, and let's not waste any more time. Preliminary-wise.
I'm with you, lover.
Another aspect of Trauner, which I think is worth mentioning, is his relation to the working man on the set. I assure that the construction crew, the grips, they are all absolutely crazy about him. He's one of them. Untiring, totally unselfish, never a loud word. And in the back of it, that tremendous experience, that great taste, and the knowledge, the complete, thorough knowledge. And not in a sense of playing it safe and doing the déjà vu. And once more he's going to do a set, he's done it 100 times, it's just no problem. No, he doesn't do it the same thing for the 100th time. He does a brand new thing. Every single picture he tackles. He understands the theme of the picture, and he tackles it with the invention, the vigor, and the enthusiasm of a youngster.
I did the sets for Sherlock Holmes, for Billy in London, in Pinewood Studios, because he couldn't go out. Baker Street didn't exist. How can you stop the circulation? How can you fit it? Perhaps you can go to a little city who stays, with old-fashioned what they are using for television. But for our picture, which was for London, the London of the end of century has nothing to do, with streets in Windsor or somewhere else. What the television people is doing today, when we are in Paris, they are going to Versailles to shoot streets for Les Miserables. But they are not streets from Paris, they are streets from Versailles. They are a completely different style. So Baker Street was very important because that's everything's happening in Baker Street. So it was necessary to do it. So we did it in the studio on the lot.
Hein? Ça va? Ah ouais, je prends... Donne-moi un peu d'huile, là.
That's a picture for John Frankenheimer's film. It's called Impossible Object, after a story of Nicolas Mosley. We have the problem, this set is going on location. It means it will be near to a pool about 50 miles from Paris. The transportation with enormous statues, even if we cast it in plaster, it would be a problem. So with this new material, that's the first time that we tried this material. And it works very well. We never did it before. He's saying it's the same texture as to cut watermelons. It's cracking a little bit. All the time when I need him, we are working together. I don't know anybody who can do this job in a way like he do it so fast and so precise. And he has a sense of style, which one fits very well for the film, but he's a master. You will see in 10 minutes he will have it. Completely molded and... that's a woman, half fish, half woman. It will be in the background under the trees. It will be full with grass and all crap. We did it in one day. Giulio Tamasci. And he did quite all the pictures where I had statues.